We're going to roast these chicken legs, and we're going to put a glaze on them. You could also put them on the barbecue, but I'm going to roast them in the oven. The best thing to do, quicken the timing of the cooking, is to just cut all the way down to the bone. Plus the seasoning will get inside instead of just laying on the outside. And you can crisscross it too. And aside from helping it cook, it also gives a nice appearance when it's done. Now the glaze I'm going to be using today is since I just made a recipe of it, and it works well with chicken, the apricot mustard glaze. But I'm going to season this, you can season it any way you want, with Cajun seasoning on both sides. What I'm not going to do, that I see a lot of so-called chefs and cooks in kitchens do, is oil up something which is already have a coating of fat on it, the skin and the fat in the chicken. And I see them doing it with turkeys and ducks. There. Not necessary to do that. And when you put the skin side down in the pan, it's not going to stick. Now outside on the grill, if you brush the grill a little bit with oil, that's okay, but I won't even do that either. I'll just place it skin down on a low flame, and there you go. Now I'm going to set this up. I'm lazy today, so I'm going to triple up this aluminum foil, and I'm also not turning on the main oven. I'm going to use my microwave baking part of the oven. It's regular baking. I set it up 450, and by doing this, I could just lay this on the tray that's inside that spins and have very little or nothing to clean when I'm done. Just place it, I'm placing it skin side up. And I'm also going to cook a couple of pieces of boneless chicken leg. I'm going to season it the same way. Cajun seasoning, nicely. Don't be too cheap. And the skin side. When I saute this, I'm also not going to put anything in the skillet, no oil. And I'm using a non-stick skillet. So we save on wasting oil. Also not necessary to make this chicken more greasier than what it is. Well, the oven is ready. We'll just take that chicken and lay it right on there. Make sure that the aluminum is tucked inside, that thing spins nice, okay. And that's at 450, and I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes and then look at it. Meanwhile, I have my only non-stick skillet in the house. It's only one size, and the reason for that is I only use it for making eggs, omelets. And I make sure my wife doesn't touch it, because we know how women are sometimes. They use utensils like this in a non-stick. Well, I'm going to do it too, but I'm not going to touch it. Okay, we have a moderate flame here, and I'm going to place, if I could, both of the chicken cutlets. I think I will, because you'll see how quickly they shrink. Okay? Raise the flame to high. Notice it's been about another minute and a half. How easily it moves the chicken, which means, do you need oil to saute chicken with skin? Absolutely not. That's if you use a non-stick. And it depends. You can still get away with it with other type of those good pans. but not all of them. This is just the safest way to do it, using a non-stick. The flame is still high. I'm going to lower it. Now it's really starting. Lower it to about like that. Because we're going to cook and get some color on the skin side, and then it'll cook maybe 2/3 of the way through by the time we turn it over. I'm going to raise the flame just a little bit. That's a moderate flame. I want to make sure I get my color on my skin and just not cook the chicken and not have any color. It's been about 3 minutes now. Notice how the chicken shrinks. So those two pieces fit in there nicely. Could have the next size up, but I wouldn't use it. Like I said, I only use this for cooking egg. Well, we're at the 8-minute mark. It's coming along very nicely. I just lowered the flame a little bit. If it was outside on the grill, we'd get a crispier skin. But we'll have to live with what we have here. Well, it's exactly 12 minutes. Now I'm going to set the timer for another 7, and we're going to turn it over. As you see, it's a moderate flame, but now that we're on the meat side, we're going to lower it a little bit more, because it cooks no matter what flame you're on. But the higher the flame, the more chance that it will get too crispy, and we don't want that. We want soft chicken. Just don't forget, we're going to glaze this and then put it in the oven just to finish. Okay, our time is up to 7 minutes, and that chicken looks just fine. Now we're going to cook 2 more pieces, but they're going to be skinless. We'll show you how each one of them, how differently they work with the glaze. Now I'm using the fat that's in there from the skin of the chicken that we just sauteed. So you would have to put in either oil or butter, whatever you like to saute in, and put those in there. We're not looking for color on this. We're just looking to cook it, because once the glaze is on, that'll have a nice color. Well, let's take a look at the legs. They've been in there for 20 minutes, and they look pretty good. I'm going to take them out and put them on the board.